I went to Portland for about 36 hours with my friend Craig. The reason we went is we really just wanted to learn more about the culture of homelessness, experience some of the difficulties, try to interact with people that were vastly diverse from us, break down some of our insecurities. We trained it into the city on the Mac, and then yeah, that's when it started. So we went with almost nothing. I had a backpack with my Bible and an extra beanie and a pair of gloves. It wasn't too cold. It was probably in the 60s in the day, but it actually dropped quite a bit at night. We actually wanted to stay for more than one night, but we were so not equipped for cold weather that during the previous night we were sleeping or trying to sleep, and it was just too cold for us to even fall asleep, so I had probably slept for like 30 minutes. For daytime stuff, I was fine. I had a rain jacket, I had jeans, I had an extra hoodie on under the rain jacket, I had wool socks and closed-toed shoes. It got quite a bit colder and I wasn't prepared for that. You're totally exposed to the elements when you're sleeping outside with no protection. Tried to look as blended as we could with the environment we were going to be in. So yeah, we fit in pretty well. We didn't sleep in a shared area because we walked pretty far that night and we didn't want to walk all the way back to where everybody was, so we found a place close to where we had gotten a meal late, like 1 in the morning, and we slept under a trough of a building that was for rent. But for most of the day we were with a lot of the people in it's called the East Burnside. There's the Portland Rescue Missions there, so a lot of homeless people wait outside Portland Rescue Mission to get a free meal or to be able to brush their teeth and use the bathroom and stuff. Part of me not being able to sleep was fear, for sure. You have no walls and you don't know what people are going to do. I mean, and you've never done it before. I had never done it before. I was only fearful of just what people were capable of in a city too, because cities are more violent generally than rural areas. I ate at a 24-hour diner twice, and a lot of times I was in the diner, I was just sitting there, I drank a cup of coffee and sat there for 3 hours because I didn't want to be outside when it was raining. So food wasn't actually that difficult. You just stand outside a restaurant and somebody will buy you food. You look homeless. Ironically, in the bigger city, it's not as difficult to get food. It's part of the issue with homelessness is that really homeless people need money if they want to have bills, if they want to have technology, if they want to have a place to live, they need money. But people will readily give food. So if you stand outside a fast food restaurant, a person can justify within themselves to buy you something to eat because they know exactly what you're doing with that resource. But the stigma that human beings have towards the homeless is that I don't want to give you money because I don't know if you're going to buy drugs or something else with it. See if I can figure out this question. Okay, so one of the things that we often think is that homeless people are more dangerous, and while it might be true with some cases of mental illness, the homeless population really wants to blend into mainstream life. They don't always necessarily want to be homeless. There are some that choose to be homeless intentionally, but most of them try to blend in. One of the misconceptions with homelessness is the overly violent attitude that we feel like they have. While that is true with some people, especially ones with severe mental health issues, most of the violence that homeless people, their violent behaviors are against other homeless people, and that's with this notion that there's something wrong with you as a person to be homeless, and so I'm going to take out my frustrations on somebody that's also in my same position. it's actually a lot easier to engage with the homeless people with a homeless person than you'd expect. You just simply have to be brave enough to ask a question and just say hi and begin a conversation. One of the nuances that me and Craig found out, we went to the library in the morning and a homeless man came up and he offered us a cigarette. And neither Craig or myself smoke, so we both declined. So he went over to another guy and offered him a cigarette. This other guy accepted, and as soon as he accepted, he started talking to him. And so I got to thinking, I said, what does this mean? Like, why is he bad-mouthing us? And I come to figure out there's this unspoken code where if you offer somebody drugs or a cigarette and they take it, then it's a sign of loyalty. Like, oh, okay, I got your back. I've just extended something to you, and so you will extend something back to me when I need it. But if you decline that, you're basically saying, sorry dude, you're on your own. Sorry about your luck. So I thought that was really, really interesting.